Hello, 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 guys. Welcome to this live broadcast. This is for you to ask your questions. I'm going to spend this time answering your questions. So as you come on the line, say hello. I want to come to you on a regular basis. Do the night shift here. You're used to seeing me very early in the morning at the gym talking about training tips. And I want to make myself available to you during an evening time. Maybe this is a lot more convenient for us to connect. And I want to do that with you. I know you guys have a lot of questions. You're saying hello. And I'm presenting to you in the gym, but I got to be out of there at like 5 o'clock in the morning before the gym opens. And I'm talking to you. And in the back, I can kind of see people coming in. So I got to kind of close down shop. So now I have more time so I can answer your questions. Hello, James. Hello, Ahmed. Hugo. Good to have you guys here. Again, this time is for you if you guys have any questions. And I'll tell you, I talk to a lot of guys through my one-on-one coaching, and I learn a lot. I mean, I hear the same stories over and over again, the same challenges. I would be a fool if I couldn't figure it out by learning from everybody else's experiences. And so, I always want to share those with you, some things I learned, because the chances are great if a lot of the men who I coach one-on-one, they have the same challenges over and over again, and then years you hear these things, right? You find the solutions. You help create some objectivity and perspective, so they find solutions. You see what works. Like the new name of the live broadcast. Is that it, James? Tell me what you like the new name of. And so I like to pass along some things. Is that one of the challenges that a lot of men face is where they have this drive, this ambition. They want to, whether it's improve their body or whatever it is, whatever their goals are in life, but they can't get themselves to take action, right? And you'll hear me talk about it, understanding why things are important and really leaning to the pain. I've got continual themes because it shows up over and over again when we know we have the talent. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Right, and I tell you, James, as I've talked to so many older men, right, on the phone from all over the world, really concentrate over these months. I know our plight backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards. The challenges in the gym, and that's what I share with you in the Workouts for Older Men Live from the gym, all the articles, all the videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure if you're on Facebook that you're on my YouTube channel, and that is at Skip LaCour, and if you're on my YouTube channel, make sure that you are on my Facebook page too, because each one of them has a different style, a different delivery that is unique to each other. But if you get them all, our passion for fitness, training, lifestyle, you'll get a double dose from a lot of different angles. Hello, Hector. Hello, Mark. Paul, how are you? Mohammed, my wife, is watching. But thanks for that, James. Yeah, it's really hit a chord with a lot of older men, and I like the fact I get up in the morning, I look forward to training. I mean, you don't see a lot of guys my age. Maybe some that are instructing. The majority of the people who are on YouTube, younger, passionate, so they enjoy getting the information from someone their age. But at the same time, I'm actually training. I'm actually doing it too, and not just instructing. So it's really hit a chord. I talk to you guys all the time. Go to the questionnaire. Go to skiplacour.com, questionnaire for older men, right? You'll see that in there. Fill out, get on my email list so you can see all the things that I'm pumping out, just in case you miss some of the things that I'm producing on some of the other social media platforms. Maybe not your preferred one like Facebook. If you're on my email list, you'll get them all, because I do a lot of blog posts. Like I said, short videos that you won't see on YouTube, longer videos that are on my page. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways. It's definitely a new world working out older when you're younger and full of testosterone, right? Yeah, it's a mindset, right? There's some advantages that come with wisdom, and certain things that aren't advantages, right? It's all about cracking the code that's unique to you. All our strengths, all our weaknesses, right? But that's the way it was when we were 25 years old too, right? I mean, maybe it didn't deal with testosterone, but we had strengths that other people didn't have, and we had, challenging things less than our strengths that we had to somehow negotiate, maneuver for the final package. And, that's the way I look at it right now. I don't necessarily, lament about what I think about what I used to do in the past, because it's not important. I just have to make the most with what I have with my body now. And that's the challenge that we're all going through too. And again, it's that mindset thing that's the most important thing coming through that. The right strategies are important too. A lot of information out there, a lot of information that personally I don't think is important if you're an older man with a busy, productive life. I talk about the 80-20 rule a lot, that in life, you got 100 things to do, 20 of the things that you do produce 80% of the impact, right? And I think that's true in a lot of areas of life. I think it's true with your training too. And I think that when you're willing to be all in, you're willing to do things that are, take a disproportionate amount, a lot of investment of willpower, focus, energy, and time and thought, right? That when you're older and you've got a family and responsibility, you don't have an endless supply of it. And, for that 1% difference, and sometimes that's even questionable, but it makes you feel good. You don't have time for that. And if you're following those strategies, you might think you're losing before you even begin, because you can't do it that way. You can't do it the way you used to do it, or what the younger fitness experts are telling you. And actually, sometimes it's not age. There's a lot of guys who are training using the same strategies that they used back when they were 25, and they worked for them then, and so they're doing it now, right? If it works for them, that's awesome. The men who I work with, they want a level of mastery, but they want to keep their busy, productive lives intact. They don't have that life that they used to have, and they certainly don't have the life of someone who's all in, 35 years old, and all they think about is fitness. And that's something that I had to work through myself when I retired from competitive bodybuilding, because I was all in. I did all those things. I trained hard. I ate right. I rubbed the lucky rabbit's foot too, because that's what I was told is what I needed to do. I was more than willing to do it. I got the results, right, as a 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. But I tell you, when I wanted to expand with family, I mean, I don't know how I would have done it to the level that I'm doing now, everything that I'm doing now, and competing at the same time. I don't know how I would have done that. Could I have done it? I don't know. But I tell guys all the time, the way that I look and feel at 56 years old, to look this way, and again, this is 15 years older than when I stepped off stage for the last time. It took me, just say, a 10 out of 10 effort. In comparison, this takes me about a 3.5, because I know what to do. I experiment to figure out, well, do I really have to rub that lucky rabbit's foot? I know that's what I used to do, and I know that's what these guys are telling you, but do I have to? There's this influx of younger science guys that didn't have the trophies or the muscles that said, science says that you don't really have to do that. That's old dogma, right? And the natural tendency of the old school guys like myself was to resist it and attack their character and their work ethic, and certainly their body and their lack of trophies. And it would have been very easy for me to do that, but I wanted to look great, and I wanted the outcome. And I figured I had time on my hands, and I was willing to experiment because I had this vision. I wanted to look this way, but I also wanted all those other things in life, and I couldn't do them all. All right? So that's the information that I have to share for me. That comes from this perspective. So Mike asked, how have you stayed as humble as you are? Most guys in your position are egomaniacs. I'm not sure if that's true. I mean, you hear that a lot, right? You hear that a lot. I think the top guys, this is my experience, Mike. The guys that I met on the top, and maybe why they're at that top, they have a certain level of confidence. I mean, genuine confidence, not because we're all great in God's eyes. I mean, I guess that too, but they've actually accomplished things, all right? They're beyond proving, and maybe that's where it started, proving the world, whatever. But the guys I talk to, they've got this certain amount of calmness about them, right? And then I'll tell you, and you probably know this, Mike, from what you've done in life and whatever your area of expertise is, the more and more you accomplish, the more and more you realize how much higher the mountain can get. You may have, achieved a certain level that impressed you at a time and probably passed a lot of other guys, and that's awesome. But, if you have that much dedication and you're paying attention to what you're doing, you can't help but see all the guys who are doing even better than you. And that's humbling to begin with. I mean, there's always more you can learn. There's always more you can do. I mean, if you think about what I'm doing right now, yeah, I'm lean, I lift weights, I talk about those things, I'm in the gym. Obviously, I'm very comfortable in the gym when you see me, at 4:30 in the morning doing my live broadcast, or you're watching my Manformation journey, the videos that I'm doing. All right, that's 30 years walking into a gym, pushing myself, right? But to where I am right now, I mean, from camera skills to lighting skills to the video editing skills that you see, right? From digital marketing skills, from keyword research. I tell you, it wasn't until recently, and a point James was talking about. There's ways. There is so much behind actually coming to you. And I've got a lot of guys, they felt the energy. You see my tribe growing rapidly. And I tell you, it has nothing to do with my physical body or how much I know. I mean, I've known this for like a long time. The reason why it's grown is because being humble, you learn all those other areas that all combine, they all stack. Now, I'll tell you, to get to you right now, if you've seen, I'm being introduced to a whole new group of older men. They don't know who I was or what I used to do, and they don't care either. They're being introduced to me for the first time, usually like through YouTube, because it's a code that I cracked by learning from women half my age who give out free ebooks and information on how to get a video seen. So I'll tell you, I can have all the big muscles and know a lot about training, but no one can see it, right? To a point where, I've got a video that's been watched 300,000 times, in just the last few months, and I have dozens and dozens of men calling me on the phone. They don't know who I am. They don't care what I used to do in the past. All they know is they like me from the video, that I've got the answers for them. I'm their age, and they just like my approach. That has nothing to do with what I spent all my time, what some of my older guys know me for, from the muscle. It has nothing to do with any of that. To have a reach, just to let you know this, but this kind of answers the question about why I'm humble, because you can be great in one area and you can just totally suck in other areas that can complement it and can make all your hard work bolstered, right? So I'll tell you, my physical body, what I know, it's like, you see those memes of the iceberg, right? You just see the tip, and then it has it at sea level, and then you see it's this big, huge, the part of the glacier underneath the water, right? It's like 100 times as large as you just see the tip. Well, to make the impact that I'm making now, I'm telling you, what I have to know is all under that water, stuff that has nothing to do with my physical body or what I know. And I have to go back and learn that. That's the thing, is that's why I had to learn, all the most effective and efficient strategies, because they don't just give the best things in life away. You have to earn them. It takes a level of mastery. If you just sit around hoping that you're good and everybody's going to know about it, it's not going to work out that way, right? So I guess that's in a nutshell. And, everything that I may be good at, it just exposes you to everything you're not. And it's not that you can't be good at it. It's just you didn't try to be good at it, right? And there's always more. There's always more. That keeps me humble. Hello, Roberto. Hello, Jad. All right. Agreed, Mike. Okay. Hello, Mohammed. But I don't think the top guys are egomaniacs. I think that maybe like some guys on their way up that middle range, where they broke past where most guys just start. They're kind of, gaining that confidence. Maybe more there, but the top guys, I don't believe that at all. I don't know what you see as humble versus cocky. I mean, it takes a certain amount of confidence, belief in yourself, belief that other people will do their part to help you along. That takes confidence. And, a lot of guys confuse confidence with humility. right? And so, you know, they have different words for that. So I know my body a lot more at this point in my 40s, what normally works and what does not. Yes, that is true. You know, I'll tell you, most of the strategies, James, it's about the mindset, accepting where you are and doing the most with it. Did I have a bodybuilder that I looked up when I started training? Yeah, I looked at the magazines. A lot of different things for a lot of different reasons. Dorian Yates, I loved his training style, his attitude. Sean Ray, I just liked, you know, his confidence and his business approach. You know, Mike Quinn was somebody because he was like the total opposite. That crazy guy was the total opposite of me. So maybe not for, you know, the muscles or the strategies, right? But, you know, things like that, you know, they had an influence on me. All right, real quick, because 2 minutes here, I got to get on a call. Got a coaching client here in Seattle. So I got to jump on this line. But I want to draw your attention to workoutsforoldermen.com. James, you're going to be interested in that. Workoutsforoldermen.com. You know, it's a course that I put together with all the questions talking to men like you over all these months. And I just stacked all the questions, right, in a way you can hear it from one source. All right, so you don't have to go all over the internet. So click the link, go to workoutsforoldermen.com. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to show you this real quick, right? There's a questionnaire here because I need to know all about you because you and I are going to talk on the phone for an hour and a half in a recorded coaching call. I'm going to set the stage where you need to go from this point forward, right? And then when you go into the course, right, you'll see training, mindset, nutrition, cardiovascular training, and other topics related to our journey as older men. They're all there, right? So it's how you can listen to it on your phone. One source of all this information, like, for example, how do you know that you're losing muscle? That's something that can really get in the way of your training strategy, bouncing from one to the other because you think you're losing muscle because of the training strategy. Your eating strategy, cardio, you stop doing it, think you're losing muscle, right? So the question is, and so you can just press it, takes you to that answer. I really took the time to professionally record the answers in a thorough way, the way you guys like me. We lift weights to build muscle, to build size. That's what weight training is all about. That's why we go to the gym on a consistent basis. We get the right nutrients to support that weight training to get bigger arms, bigger chest, more muscle. It's almost like a manly thing to do, right? Ever since we were a little boy, we wanted to be bigger, stronger, maybe like those superheroes. That's why we're putting the time in the gym, because we want to build muscle. There are dozens and dozens of questions. Go to workoutsforoldermen.com. Check that out. I have an introductory price for that, and I want to talk to you this weekend, set up that goal-setting session. So when you order now, go to workoutsforoldermen.com. I'm going to reach out to you. You're going to fill out that questionnaire, and we're going to set up a time to talk this weekend. So check that out. Again, guys, I got to get on this call right now. I'm glad I could spend this time. Thanks for being here, Jimmy, Mike, good info. Right, guys, go to that workoutsforoldermen.com. Look at all those questions. Right, all of them answered for you, and we spend some one-on-one time coaching. All right, so have a great day. Thanks for joining me for the night shift. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'm training chest, and I'll have a message for you there. So that's about 4:30 a.m. Pacific time if you join me live, but you can watch the replay version too. All right, guys, have a great night.